Hello, friends. Trump's attack dog in the FCC chairman Brendan Carr, has once again threatened the license of broadcasters like CNN, like ABC, because he says they are not telling the truth about this Iran war. He is saying they're telling lies to the American people, which is actually the truth. And the truth is, stupid Donald Trump is losing the war in Iran, and he has caused so much heartache and death because of this stupid illegal war. At the same time, he is costing Americans, tax-paying Americans, uh, $1 billion a day on this stupid war. But he says if these broadcasters do not stop and start giving some good news that Donald Trump in this Iran war, these people, these companies might have their license pulled. But it's people are saying that it's basically a hollow threat because Brendan Carr, the FCC, really have no power in terms of pulling broadcasters' license. You know, they might have power and they might pull uh, the licenses of local broadcasters, like local news agencies. They might lose their licenses, but the national broadcasters like NBC, CNN, um, they don't have licenses, so the license cannot be pulled. You know, the license are controlled by the companies that are actually are owned by the companies that own these news agencies. So, like Disney owns ABC, so Disney has a license, and Paramount, which is probably gonna own CNN in 6 months, they're gonna hold the license. But right now, CNN has no license, NBC has no license. So it's a hollow threat. Like CNN and NBC and ABC, they're not going to lose their license. They're not going to lose their license. They might lose local license, but the national broadcasting license, which they don't have, they can't lose it. So really, Brandon Carr is an idiot, and he's just threatening these news agencies for no reasons but to look tough in front of his stupid, idiotic boss, Donald Trump. And these broadcasters, they're not paying attention. They don't really, because like I said, Brandon Carr is just an idiot. He's just a big bully. He just wants to bully these broadcasters because these broadcasters are telling the truth. Like I said, Donald Trump has failed in Iran, and Donald Trump has no idea what he's doing in Iran. You know, these guys, they go to Iran, try to uh, regime change or whatever, but really they have no plan on how to achieve that goal. You know, their only idea was to bomb that country to hell, and then let's figure out what we'll do from there. Let's bomb them first, and then let's see what we're gonna do. But now that they bombed this country to hell, they have no plan B. There's no next step. And that's the problem with stupid Donald Trump. You know, he goes into these stupid wars and he just does the first thing, but he doesn't know how to do the second, third, fourth thing. He doesn't have it. That is why I keep saying he's an incompetent, idiotic person. You know, he doesn't think. You know, there's so many reports now of officers, like military officers, commanders. They really have no idea what the heck they're doing because they're in Iran, but they have no actual plan to to leave Iran or to just to leave. They have no zero plan. That's what's going on. And the news companies, the news media, they're basically broadcasting the truth, which is stupid Donald Trump knows nothing. And he has Americans killed over there. He has lost billions of dollars for Americans. At the same time, he is not focusing on the real issues in America, which is the healthcare, which is the poverty, which is the inflation, because he only cares about distraction. That's the whole thing with this stupid Iran war. It's just about distraction. And Saturday Night Live has done another amazing, great episode of them just making fun of this fact that this stupid Iran war is all about a distraction from the Epstein files, or as Jimmy Kimmel calls it, the Trump Epstein files, trademark. That's the whole thing, because stupid Donald Trump. He just doesn't want people to talk about Jeffrey Epstein. That's his whole deal. Or he wants people to stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein, and just don't talk about Jeffrey Epstein. Talk about something else. So if the people can talk about the war in Iran, talk about how bad the Iranian people are and how bad that regime is, and blah, 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 then maybe people will forget about Jeffrey Epstein. But that's not the fact, because people are smart. Stupid Donald Trump thinks that people are stupid, but people are smart. People can talk about different topics at once. So people can focus on Iran at the same time they can focus on Jeffrey Epstein. At the same time, they can focus on how stupid Donald Trump is. So that is what the people are doing. But that's all I have for now. Thank you very much.